Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and I am ready to tear into this box of... Yeah, that didn't take long. Yeah, I know. Okay, Jedi, need you to lower it about 14 octaves there. We've got Chocolate Toast Crunch, naturally flavored, and potentially artificially flavored.
It's brand new.
Well, it's new for us. Hang on. I have to open it, and I'm going to pour it. We've got... I'm going to open it because I don't want you to accidentally cut yourself, because you could on the cardboard. It's made with real cocoa and cinnamon. Cinnamon is included in this. So it's Cinnamon Toast Chocolate Crunch. Chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I don't know.
Wait, let me smell it.
It smells chocolatey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very chocolatey.
I almost made the cough.
There you go. There you go. What does it taste like?
That's the best thing ever.
Oh, best thing ever? Right.
That's a lot.
It is, but Daddy's bigger. Daddy's substantially bigger than you. He's going to get even bigger than this. Very chocolatey. Yeah, there's a shot. Chocolate Toast Crunch. I can't even say it. Chocolate Toast Crunch. Yum. I should check something here. One of the things that with the screen grabs are probably going to get posted over to the cantina. Liz may be grabbing them. It does look good, Tinker Toy 701. It does. It looks amazing. And look at that. I have a full carton of milk because I think we finished the last one. I have my own carton of milk, by the way. Like Dana gets her own. I get my own. Printing another pumpkin base for the Star Wars pumpkin faces. And let me grab... It's like... So there's like the one with the Vader, and then on the other side the Imperial insignia. These faces pop off tonight. At least after this one, I'm hoping to be able to start the Mudhorn and or the Mythosaur skull. Hopefully going to get through both of those. I'm hoping... Oh, wow, that's just great. Oh, I know what happened. Boop! I was doing something else. I'm staging for another one of those photo showdowns. So this is the reason why. So I'm going to be like turned over here when we record this video. I record it later. I'm going to move things around. So yeah, I was messing with production again, and that's exactly what happens. Now, back to the thing that shouldn't be messed with, and that is with an unsweetened nut milk. Nut milk. Hey, thank you, Tinker Toy 701, for the 27 bits. Thank you for kicking things off tonight. You don't want to see my nose hairs? Well, too bad. Chocolate cereal. A taste of chocolate. Maybe it's a whisper of cinnamon? Those look good, but they're not chocolate Eggos. I know! I'm telling you, I don't think we can get chocolate Eggo here. Twitch with Chris Perillo tonight, guest starring nobody tonight. I was having this conversation with Liz earlier. As much as I would love to have people on like that on a regular basis, sometimes coordinating it is tricky. Like, if you're used to the same platform and the same people, it's easy. But, like, working with different people and new people, like, I definitely prefer using Discord over other things. And not everybody uses Discord, so then it's an onboarding thing, and it's coordinating schedules, and then it's, 13 different things. I'm like, it's too much for one person to handle. I'll do my best. Tasty. The milk isn't changing. Ooh. I'm flicking the cereal everywhere. Yikes. Oh, man, I'm making a mess. Chocolate Eggo cereal is very good. Do we have sugar crisps? Yes. Super golden crisp is what it's called here, Liz. I already have one of those in the cabinet for a future cereal video. Wait, Jinger Toy, you've had chocolate Eggo cereal? Needs pepperoni to be a real pizza? Oh, come on. That's like saying, oh, it needs to have Photoshop to be a real computer. Come on, dude. No. Sorry, no more 3. That's like saying, it needs to be a dead animal for it to be food. What? I had real pizza. It was tasty. I didn't respond. Now Margaret will have to eat it. What did I do? Oops. You cannot have the cereal. Cats cannot eat cereal. No more 3. Just like saying, it's not a real pet if it doesn't meow. Ugh. You bought the Sugar Crisp? It's been years since I had it. Wasn't always my favorite. Deep pan is good. Although, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I tend to like the thin crusts. Milk is definitely getting chocolatier. I've debated, now that, you know, we're engaging the community on YouTube again, which is good, getting people over to Twitch. Wondering if trying a live video intermittently on YouTube on like a Saturday morning and having Saturday morning cereal would be kind of fun. And then I could have it again in the evening like I am now. So I could have Saturday morning cereal and Saturday evening cereal. What do you think? I think that's a big win for me. It's a win-win-win situation. I'm a real Italian. I should only like thin crust pizza. I like it all. Definitely not playing favorites. I've been looking forward to this all day. The cereal. It's basically dinner. I relish it. Yep, milk got chocolatey. Delicious. Thank you for following Deca. Or Zero Deca? Odeca? Odeca? I may have another bowl. Not right now, because I've got a packed night to get through. Got the stringy pumpkin. Let's go ahead and get the next one going. Tonight's photo comparison is going to be substantially shorter than previous ones. Clean that off. I also got a couple of things from a thrift shop I'll showcase in just a sec. Sorry about that. Here, let's clean everything off. Alright. Now, put it, go up. Gonna do a Mudhorn clip first, courtesy of Fix'em Dude. Alright, cheeky second bowl, indeed. This is the one of the things that I got. You may see a price tag, $8. No. I paid $3 for each of the things that I'm about to show you. So I got a Bosk, Power of the Force Bosk. Who's the Bosk? I'm glad you asked. I'm the Bosk. And I'm also going to open this Bosk. So you know, don't have to ask, it was a good day. Because it's always a good day when you can get a Star Wars figure, even if it is a Power of the Force. So I saw this one, and they were the gray tags or silver tags were 50% off. So I'm like, yeah, I had to. So I got a Bosk. This Bosk is thick. He's a thick boy. Thick boy. Thick. All right, Bosk. You can stand right there. You can look menacing. And then I also got a Walrus Man, aka Ponda Baba. Yeah, Ponda Baba. Ponda. Yeah, thick boy. Very thick boy. Ponda Baba is just as thick, potentially even more thick. Thank you for following Punisher Max Live. Welcome to the Play Shop. Don't know if we have followers only chat is on 0 minutes, so you can jump right in. Love the artwork on the box. Yeah, Punisher Max Live. I like the card designs. I just didn't like the sculpts of the Power of the Force line. Not my favorite. They were a bit too thick for me. I enjoyed He-Man as a kid. I just did not enjoy the He-Manning of my Star Wars figures. But thrifting these at 50% off, I knew I was immediately, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to open them. I'm not even going to worry about keeping these things in the packet because they're not worth that much. And that way I can enjoy opening a Star Wars figure. Let me get this. How is it? This weapon is not exactly accurate, but his hands don't come off either. The Ponda Baba, or at least one of them. The arm does not come off on this. The Vintage Collection or Black Series Ponda Baba had removable hands and an arm as well. But removable hands because the hands weren't necessarily in the character didn't have human hands. They look like coconut hands of sorts. But anyway, Ponda Baba, I'm like, all right, he's gonna get open. Thick boy gonna get open. They both thick. There we go. Put that there. Throw that over there. Now, the pizza pick is on Discord. I also tweeted it earlier, for whatever it's worth. 2 TLDRs tonight. First one I want to get through is the photo thing. I've been waiting to do it for a bit. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Hit pause. Open up the clock. Got 2 to go through. I'm going to talk about Windows 10 as well tonight. Hey, Mr. Winston. Thank you so much for following. Welcome aboard. About to jump into a photo comparison between the iPhone 13 Max Pro and the Pixel 4 XL. Hopefully it's going to be a very briefer video than the hour-long video I shot before. I'm going to do my best with that. Talking through just some of the experiences that I've had with the devices, and I feel I had to do this. Chris is starting to look more Flame Wars. Yes, of course, more Flame Wars. More Flame Wars. I'm going to show you everything the whole thing that started it all. And let's get a preview here. Make sure it works just fine. Yeah, it'll work fine. I'm gonna reposition myself for this view. It'll make sense. Okay. After I flip between device and photo, device, photo. And this is the first one. This is the first image. Nose hair cam, that's right. Well, you couldn't even see the nose hairs because everything turned out blurry. Any more audio hiccups in recording? Nah, not necessarily. I haven't done a lot. A lot of video recording, I should say, with the iPhone. Keep that plugged in, huh? Alright. 2 TLDRs. First one's going to be about this. Second one's going to be about my thoughts on Windows 10. So it's going to be jam-packed, everyone, as I continue to 3D print the Mudhorn pumpkin, and hopefully the Mudhorn pumpkin, hopefully that'll finish up before the broadcast ends. This is what I'm talking about, right there. You can actually see the foundations getting laid there. You can see the Mudhorn, the signet, yeah? It was turned into a signet by the armorer, right there. Christmas came early. It did? What? With what? Star Wars? Always. And forever. Alright, here we go. Gonna try to keep this one as brief as I possibly can. Hopefully it's not gonna be an hour long. Okay, here we go. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. The other day, I shot an hour-long video comparing photos taken with the iPhone 13 Max Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and I thought the differences were dramatic. But even more dramatic were the differences in shots taken between my Pixel 4 XL, which is now about 2 years old, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And this is the thing that kind of kicked off my want, need, and desire to compare photos taken with Apple's new flagship device and other devices that aren't even all that contemporary. The Pixel 4 XL I've had because, quite honestly, the Pixel 5 wasn't that interesting. I'm very much looking forward to the Pixel 6 Pro. I'll be getting that, and of course, doing videos on that. I'm doing this video live on Twitch. I'm broadcasting there every evening at 6 p.m. Feel free to jump aboard the community and geek out with me there. I'm going to try to make this as dense as possible. Certainly not make it an hour long like I did the other photo comparison, but you got to see this. You got to. You make up your own mind. You can decide which photo you happen to like better, but let me go ahead and just begin by starting with the image that was my first shot on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I didn't get a pixel shot here, but this is the thing that pushed me to try shots with the Pixel in the first place, because this kind of selfie blur was always prevalent on the iPhone. You know, all the way through the iPhone 8 Plus, which I had previous to this particular device. This one, first photo taken on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and that same old Apple blur existed, and that's frustrating. I mean, nothing was sharp at all. This is indoors, low light. I'm going to scroll over to show you again. No discernible movement. I didn't have the Pixel on me, but I'm like, dude, there's no way the iPhone 13 Pro Max beats the Pixel 4 XL. So you can see the blur in Jedi. Diana turned out perfect. There's also a various distortion. Let me go ahead. Sorry for scrolling quickly. There's a bit of distortion, but not as much as what's pronounced in a selfie with more light, also indoors, that I'll get to in a bit. So I took, minutes later, this photo in the bedroom, laying down, getting ready to watch Star Wars Visions, and I was shocked. The highlights were blown out. Like, this is night mode max. I maxed the settings. Like, you have to manually go in and increase the settings in night mode for Apple, even though it's not really night mode. It is, but it triggers automatically, which is cool. But this is what's not cool. There's the same shot from the Pixel 4 XL, iPhone 13, Pixel 4 XL, and the differences again are staggering. Look at the hallway. Look at the definition of the TV. Heck, you can even zoom in if I do this, and I do it the right way. I'm going to try to get it spot on. There is a Captain Cardinal helmet there on taken by the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and there it is on the Pixel 4 XL. And you can see it somewhat more so on the Pixel 4 XL versus the iPhone. Darks are dark, and brights are bright, specifically on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But here's the thing. Despite these images being dramatically different, there are people who would argue that the iPhone image is better. I am not one of them. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that painting. There we go. Pixel, iPhone. Pixel. I'm choking on my cereal. iPhone. Pixel. iPhone. All right, moving on. Another indoor shot, same room. I turned on a lamp off to the side. We've got the iPhone and the Pixel 4 XL. So, pretty decent. Not bad. Until you start looking closer. And then you realize that the brights are really bright and blown out. There's the Pixel and the iPhone. Pixel, iPhone. For some reason, the iPhone loves over-sharpening. Loves, loves, loves! The Pixel 4 XL is a lot softer. And the whites aren't blown out. The darks may not be as dark, but that could always be adjusted in post. But once you lost your details, you've lost it. I mean, the texture of the wall doesn't need to be that dramatic, at least in my humble opinion. Yeah, iPhone, Pixel 4 XL. iPhone! I couldn't believe this. This shot was taken right over here. A battle droid. I took this shot at 1x. I was getting 1x to work before it tripped or flipped over to the macro lens. You can see kind of a quick fade on the iPhone. I'm like, I want a 1x shot. I don't want to use the macro photo. But for argument's sake, I took the same shot with the 3x telephoto, knowing full well that it definitely has issues. The color of the curtains are just wrong. The red is more magenta purple. But I took these two shots on the iPhone. 1x, no macro. 3x telephoto, because I didn't want to take a macro shot because the macro shots always turn out bad. Specifically in the scenario. Here's the Pixel 4 XL. So 1x, Pixel 4 XL, 1x, iPhone. But just for argument's sake, just for the same scale, 3x telephoto, lens, iPhone, 1x, Pixel 4 XL. So let's go ahead and I'm going to zoom in here, get a little closer. The iPhone, again, is lost detail. It's muddy. Not prime, but the Pixel 4 XL looks absolutely fantastic, and the red is closer to the real red. So, iPhone, Pixel 4 XL. There are some who say the iPhone shot is better. I am not one of those people. I'm going to flip back to that first image just to show you. This is at 1x. And even at 1x, details are lost, and it's the image is way over sharpened compared to this. Like, this is like night and day. Same lighting conditions taken seconds apart. I went out shopping. I do that every so often, thrifting. Found a skeleton. On the iPhone? Okay, yeah, that works. Pixel 4 XL? Yeah, definitely good. But between the two, I would say that the more neutral color definitely fell to the Pixel 4 XL. This was closer to the color of the skeleton. The iPhone 13 Pro Max tends to make images very warm. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the nose, or where the nose would be. And you can see this hair, this strand going down. And you can see all the detail preserved here. The top of the bone, the mustache bone, whatever the hell that's called. But on the iPhone, it's kind of blown out, and you lose the hair right there. It's gone. The hair doesn't exist. It disappears, and then it kind of comes back. Because this is what the iPhone does. It makes the darks dark. You lose some of the details. And it's not as crisp. So it sharpens in all the wrong ways. The iPhone. Versus a more subtle sharpening. And basically highlighting of details that are not lost in a Pixel photo. So to me, differences are night and day. I like taking toy photography. Took a stormtrooper out with me, and this is something that I also shared on Twitter and the Discord server. We've got a standing stormtrooper. This is with a telephoto, and so I could only do a 2x telephoto on the Pixel 4 XL. But I want to show you this. I did this shot for a reason. 3x telephoto, 2x telephoto, iPhone, Pixel. So let's go ahead. 2x telephoto. I'm going to zoom in on that stormtrooper's helmet. 3x telephoto, stormtrooper helmet. So, iPhone, Pixel, iPhone, Pixel. Now, there are some who would say that the iPhone shot is clearly better, and clearly I don't know what they're seeing, because details are really muddy, and the darks are dark, and the whites are blown out, and the details are really fuzzy, versus a very clearly defined Stormtrooper on the Pixel 4 XL. I don't get it. I don't. Look at these little, look at the blue bars here on the Stormtrooper's helmet. Then look at them here. Like, I'm not, all I'm doing is taking pictures. That's it. That's all I'm doing is just taking pictures. Whether you think I can take good pictures or not, all I'm doing is snap, 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 snap. iPhone, Pixel 4 XL. 3X telephoto, native telephoto, native 2X on the Pixel. Alright, I took some pictures of some flowers. Doesn't happen often. But this is another good comparison shot. I feel that the iPhone does generally do a better job with color. Zero doubt. I cannot debate that. And there's some people who want more color than detail in their photos. If that's the case, they probably like the iPhone. I, however, found the reds to be muted in the Pixel photo here versus the iPhone. And I'm specifically talking about, I'm going to zoom in here, these flowers in the middle. Pixel, iPhone. Pixel, iPhone. So, I found the red to be more natural in the Pixel than I did on the iPhone. The colors were more vibrant on the iPhone, but I felt the colors may have been truer to life on the Pixel. I'm going to scroll up to the top here. And the reason why is because right here, if you can see it, let me make sure you can see it. Yep. Look at that. What happened to the pedals? The pedals got blown out on the iPhone. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. They're gone. But the Pixel saved them. Didn't exactly get the same crop there. Oops, sorry, wrong. Ignore that image. I'll get to that in a second. Flip to the wrong one. If I scroll all the way over to the right, or to the left, I should say, there you can see different other areas of blowout. Look at the lack of definition in this particular array of petals. You can't even tell where one ends and the other begins on the iPhone versus the Pixel. And you can see clearly defined lines between those two, nothing blown out over here. So again, indicative of iPhone images and Pixel images. iPhone, Pixel. Sharper, for sure, and that's not bad. Maybe more saturated color, maybe not always horrible, but between these two shots, I feel at least I can salvage the Pixel. Not so much the iPhone. Alright, now onto this shot. This is my go-to shot. I love taking this shot here in my play shop. Indoor, 1X, no zoom. There's the iPhone and the Pixel. And you can definitely see dramatic differences between these two, because the iPhone makes the darks, dark, and the whites are definitely brighter. This is the Pixel. iPhone. Pixel tends to flatten the image a bit, brings out a lot of those darker areas, and the iPhone makes things more, well, contrast heavy. So one spot that I want to call your attention to is this Stormtrooper down here. We'll go there first. So there's the iPhone. They're all blown out. There's the Pixel, and we still got details. iPhone, Pixel. Tell me which one you like more, the Pixel or the iPhone. I don't care which one you like more. I really don't, because I know which one I like more. The shelf, as I scroll up here on the iPhone, got blown out versus the retention of detail and color in the Pixel shot. There's the iPhone. Scroll down a bit. Pixel. iPhone. Pixel. iPhone. Very sharp. Pixel. Maybe not as sharp, but I feel kept more details. Okay. Now this is probably going to become a go-to shot for me moving forward. I've got this background, this bright background, and I'm just holding on to something. Jedi wasn't around, so I held on to one of the Star Wars pumpkins with the iPhone to see how well it did. I focused on the pumpkin. There's the iPhone and the Pixel. Not exactly an easy shot, but there's the Pixel. There's the iPhone. The iPhone, I felt, did a really decent job with HDR. Stellar job. but unfortunately I couldn't tell what I was holding on to with the iPhone. As opposed to honey, I'm doing something. Thank you. As opposed to the, honey, I'm going to come to you in a second. I gotta do this again. Alright, second verse, same as the first. I'm not going to fix it in post, I'm going to shoot it live to tape. I don't like editing video. This is how much I hate editing video. We're doing it again. Alright. Doing it again. I think I can make things quicker too. I can speed things up. I can do this faster. And hey, Mr. Ego and David. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I wanted to show you something that I have been seeing ever since I got my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and that is that the still photos it produces are just not stellar when compared to other phones. Possibly phones that have existed for at least 2 years, like my Pixel 4 XL. It's the latest Pixel that I have, because honestly, the Pixel 5 wasn't all that interesting to me. I do plan on getting a Pixel 6 Pro, which is due out in the next month or so, and I'll be doing photo comparisons and other device comparisons with that. I am streaming this live on Twitch. You're welcome to join the community there every night at 6 p.m. I would love to have you. Link is in the video description. This is really the thing that got me interested in comparing the iPhone 13 camera output to other devices. Because I discovered real quickly that it wasn't everything that it might have been cracked up to be, at least to my eyes. Your eyes may be different. It's potentially subjective. I believe that I snapped the photos as best I could for the comparisons. You may have your favorites. I definitely have mine. But I think you're going to see stark contrasts. I just want to say this. Don't write off the Pixel. So many people have written it off, and it is absolutely stellar. Just because Apple is producing an iPhone doesn't mean it is necessarily producing the best images, maybe on its own. But when you start comparing it to others, that's where it's questionable in terms of quality. And I tried my best to showcase that in an hour-long video the other night, comparing the photo output to the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. And that's when I realized, hey, I need to go even further back than that. So I'm talking too long. I need to jump into it quicker than this. I gotta try to make this a quick video. Sorry, everybody. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I know I've been comparing and posting photos taken from the iPhone 13 Pro Max for the last little while, but it's because I can't believe that the photo output is what it is. Comparing again, fart. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I've been taking pictures with my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I've also compared those pictures to pictures taken from other cameras, including the first comparison that I did personally against photos taken with the Pixel 4 XL. And I thought you deserved to see these pictures, if only because I don't want you to write off the Pixel. I realize the Pixel 4 XL is not even the latest Pixel, but I didn't like the Pixel 5, what it had to offer to me. I do plan on getting a Pixel 6 Pro. Stay tuned for more videos on that. I am streaming this live on Twitch right now. I'm there every night. You can join the community. A link is in the video description. You're about to see an array of photo comparisons between the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Pixel 4 XL. starting with a photo that I did not take with the Pixel 4 XL. This was the first shot I ever took with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, at least that I can remember taking. It's the selfie shot. Fart. Chris, just reset yourself. Hang on. Once I've lost my groove, it's so hard to get back into again. But that was a much quicker jump in. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I am going to show you photos taken with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, comparing them against a 2-year-old device that I still have, the Pixel 4 XL, since I didn't get the 5. It wasn't that interesting to me. I will be getting the Pixel 6 Pro, and of course doing comparisons with that as well. The thing I really wanted to illustrate to you today, and hopefully in a brief time, compared to the other photo comparison video I did that was 50 minutes long, almost an hour, comparing photos taken with the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy Ultra S21 Pro Premium Platinum. I want to tell you that you should not write off the Pixel, even an older generation Pixel, because I do believe it takes demonstrably better photos than Apple's current flagship that was released a week or so ago, and it's always been that way. Despite any kind of software tweaks, the Pixel has always done an amazing job with the camera. It's the reason, pretty much the only reason I think you should absolutely consider a Pixel at any point in the future. I'm not on Team Pixel, though. I'm currently not carrying a Pixel, just FYI. Let's go ahead and jump right into it with the first selfie photo that I took. I'm doing a video. I'm actually streaming this live on Twitch. You can join me there every night. Join the community. Link is in the profile. Decided to give it a shot to see how well the iPhone was doing in low light selfie, because it always didn't do a great job, and lo and behold, the iPhone did not do a great job. Look at that blur. Look at the lack of definition in this selfie shot. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to scroll over just to show you I wasn't the only subject in the frame. Jedi was also there. We see some blur. The iPhone, in my experience, has never done a great job with motion, with any brightness. The blur has always driven me nuts. But this is the thing. This photo right here, as I scroll around, I'm whipping around. I whip my hair back and forth. This is the thing that pushed me to try the Pixel. I'm like, there's no way the iPhone 13 Pro Max tops the Pixel 4 XL. No way! So I immediately got on the Pixel and took this photo. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I took this photo. iPhone 13 Pro Max, Pixel 4 XL. So this camera from 2 years ago took this shot. The camera just released took this shot. Now, I know you're saying, oh, Chris, they can fix it in the software. That's possible. But the problem is, I keep hearing from iPhone users that the iPhone 12 has a similar issue. So I don't know what's going on. All I'm doing is I'm just snapping photos. I'm sitting here saying and showing you, I guess, but showing and saying, there's a difference. This is what keeps happening. The iPhone keeps blowing out highlights. It can't trigger HDR. You can't even manually toggle Smart HDR on the 13 Pro Max, as opposed to the Pixel, which nails it. It nails it out of the park. Here I am, of course, getting ready to watch an amazing series, Star Wars Visions. Just zooming in. There's the iPhone. Night mode. I maxed out the settings because you have to do that on iOS, which I'm fine with. But yeah, there's iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Pixel 4 XL. And if you can't see a difference between these two, look at the hallway. I mean, this is there's no way. So I posted this to Twitter, and of course everyone was like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, don't get mad at me. I'm not. What do you? You have the same device. If you have the same device, do it yourself. Set up a similar stage. It doesn't take that much, but I'm going to continue and show you other examples where the same issues keep cropping up. Here we go. This is the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Pixel 4 XL. For the most part, I would say both of them are really decent shots. I like the color pickup for the most part on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I've said before, but unfortunately, the details get blown out. There, I'm going to zoom in on the Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Still got details in the Stormtrooper armor Pixel, and not so much on the iPhone, except, it is bolder and sharpened, the iPhone shot, versus something that isn't on the Pixel. You may have a preference in terms of which shot you like, but in my humble opinion, once you've lost the details, you cannot get them back. So, my eye definitely has a preference. I took another shot of a battle droid right here in this room. It's a what's the series? Not Galaxy's Edge. Mission Fleet battle droid. I took this shot with the iPhone, and this shot with the iPhone, and this shot with the Pixel. And the reason I took 2 shots of this battle droid is because I was trying to get a 1x shot without it tripping the macro lens. And this is the 3x telephoto. This is the 1x shot on the Pixel 4 XL. So I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in on the Pixel 4 XL. 1x shot without tripping the macro on the iPhone. Not bad. A little blown out. Telephoto. What the heck is going on here? iPhone, Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. I found the red in the curtain to be a little more accurate on the Pixel. I found the color to be far more accurate on the Pixel compared to the iPhone. Same shot. Different lenses this time. But this is just, it's a motif. These are not one-offs. This is not me taking a bad shot. This is not me cherry picking. Just keeps happening, keeps happening. We got a skeleton. Went out and found a skeleton. A living skeleton. Maybe not living skeleton. Between the two, I would say both of them are very workable images. We've got the iPhone, and we've got a Pixel. iPhone is a bit warmer. Tends to be the case. And then the Pixel. No photographic styles in this iPhone. I'm going to go ahead and punch in on the nose. Never punch a skeleton in the nose, though, because the skeleton doesn't have the nose. I want you to see the difference between the iPhone with this strand, whatever this was. It disappears right here, and we lose a lot of detail on this part of the skeleton. It disappears. The strand disappears, but then it comes back on the iPhone. But on the Pixel, you can see that strand all the way through. Detail, once again, preserved by the Pixel 4 XL. In the skeleton, whatever this hair is. Maybe it's a skeleton hair, I don't know. There are other minor differences, but to me, the details are still here versus not so much. Maybe you like warmer skeletons. Maybe that's a win for you. Me, I prefer the more neutral and the ones where I still get to keep all the skeleton-y details. You know me, love Star Wars, take Star Wars figures with me wherever I go, love toy photography, took this shot with a 3x telephoto to compare it against a 2x telephoto on the Pixel 4 XL. So iPhone, Pixel. Because the Pixel has a 2x telephoto, the iPhone has a 3x telephoto. Both good shots. Decent by any measurement. But let's go ahead and zoom in on that Stormtrooper helmet. And you're going to see some pretty big differences. Despite this being a 2x and this being a 3x. Well, it's 3x, so therefore it's better. Is it? Oh, well, those blacks are definitely black. They are inky black. Can't get as much detail as you can on the Pixel, but you know, they're very black on the iPhone, and look at these little, the blue lines there on the helmet on the iPhone, and then in the Pixel, they're very clearly defined. Everything is very clearly defined on the Pixel shot versus a very, I don't know what's going on with the iPhone 13. Flowers. Who doesn't love flowers? I don't, because I'm allergic. But there's a shot, a very workable, usable shot on the iPhone. And then the Pixel. iPhone 13 Pro Max, Pixel 4 XL. Again, for some reason, I seem to like, personally, the reds, they feel closer to true to life on the Pixel shots that I've taken compared to the iPhone. The iPhone tended to be a bit more purpley. But, of course, the image from the iPhone, it's got color. No doubt about it. If you love color, if that's all you love in your photos, if you love color, I think you probably like the iPhone more. Me, I tend to like a more defined shot, which is one of the reasons why my preference, personally, is Pixel 4 XL. I mean, I'll go one step further. We're going to zoom in onto these flowers in the upper left-hand corner. There's the iPhone. You can't tell where one flower ends and the other begins. And then you got a little bit of a blowout if you're able to see that. I may have to scroll over a tiny bit. Yeah, scroll over a tiny bit. No blowout on the Pixel, and you can see two clearly defined flowers. Pixel, iPhone, 4 XL, 13 Pro Max. Very defined, very sharp, in a situation where I may want more sharpness, but unfortunately, it still feels like I got far more details on the Pixel 4 XL. iPhone, Pixel. All right, here's a good indoor shot. It's one of my standard shots. iPhone, Pixel. All right. You probably have a preference. That's fine. Just going to point out a couple things. Darks are dark, and the brights are bright. I'm going to zoom in on the Stormtrooper's chest. Oops. Not back to the flowers. Flipped the wrong way. Stormtrooper chest. There we go. Clearly defined Stormtroopers and very blown out Stormtroopers. What's your preference? Do you like defined ones or blown out? Let's go ahead and zoom over a tiny bit. Oh, look at all those blown out They're blown out troopers, admittedly. I didn't tell you that. There's the Pixel. There's the iPhone. Pixel, iPhone. 1X, no night mode, because it doesn't trigger that way on the iPhone. I could even scroll up and show you on the iPhone. The shelf kind of got blown out versus the Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. Again, this kind of stuff keeps happening over and over and over again. Here's a pumpkin in a very, I guess, difficult shot. I didn't realize it was going to be difficult, but this is where I took a picture of Jedi in the Samsung S21 Ultra comparison against the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And the iPhone didn't do a very good job in that shot. I thought it did okay here because the HDR actually triggered from the blinds behind. But here's the shot from the Pixel 4 XL. You can actually tell what it is I'm holding with the Pixel 4 XL. iPhone, Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. Clearly defined. Not so much not clearly defined as just you can't tell what you're looking at here. So you tell me which image is more salvageable, the iPhone shot or the Pixel shot. Forget HDR for a second. Just kept happening over and over and over and over again. Needed to take a picture of another Star Wars figure because, you know, it's me. Chief Chirpa standing in a vintage Ewok village. We've got the iPhone and the Pixel. Oh, iPhone, Pixel. Yes, I would agree. The iPhone definitely has vibrant colors. They're very chocolatey. Far more tantalizing, I would say, than the Pixel image, for sure. But let's go ahead and zoom in on Chief Chirpa's teeth. You can't even tell where Chief Chirpa's teeth begin and his fur ends, or vice versa. iPhone, Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. This kind of stuff keeps happening over and over and over again. I couldn't use this shot. I wouldn't use this shot. I don't know if I would even share this shot. This one I would. I would potentially tweak the color a bit. The Pixel 4 XL definitely needs help in that department, no doubt. Not perfect, but in terms of a more perfect image, you can tell this Ewok has teeth. This Ewok doesn't. iPhone, Pixel. Atari cartridges, because I love retro video games. Now, this is an instance where I felt both of them did a fair job. The darks are definitely darker in the iPhone shot versus the Pixel, but when I zoom in, let's go to the left of Casino. There's the iPhone, and there's the Pixel. And I feel between the two, the details, the cartridge texture gets lost just a bit on the iPhone versus the Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. The texture seems to be a bit muddy if you look at concentrations a bit, slightly, by not much. The difference between these two was not as dramatic, but still, there's a definite difference. Color, again, over and over and over again, is probably going to be better on the iPhone, but color is not the only thing that I might look for in a quality image. I also look for Star Wars. There's the iPhone at 3x telephoto. This is how the iPhone handles telephoto images. This is 2x telephoto, but I went 2x at a different distance. Different lenses. Completely different lenses. Completely different cameras. 2x, same shot, crop. I didn't crop it digitally or manually. I'm saying that from 3x I had to stand further away. At 2x I was a little closer. I wanted to try. This is a little different than the way I had it from the same position, each camera in the same position when I took the Stormtrooper photo earlier. There's the iPhone. And there's the Pixel. I don't even have to zoom in, or I shouldn't have to. You should see just the glaring differences. A very muddy, okay, I'm going to zoom in. Salacious crumb versus defined color. In this case, I feel that the color was better on the Pixel than it was the iPhone. None of these have been digitally altered. iPhone outside today. Pixel 4 XL. iPhone, Pixel. So with the iPhone, you got the darks are dark. But at least with the Pixel, I can tell that these leaves here were red and green and maybe a little yellow. The iPhone, I can't tell. I can kind of tell they're dark, but can't kind of tell they're red, but it's very, very dark. The iPhone may flatten things out a bit, but at least the colors have a chance to pop a bit more than they do on the iPhone. Pixel, iPhone. Clouds are very, 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 very white. Clouds are a little closer to what they are in real life. Not as white, and certainly not blown out. So let's go ahead and zoom in there. I also feel that the Pixel took a sharper in the right way photo. So the iPhone tends to over sharpen. If anything, it skews to over sharpening, and I feel that the sharpening on the Pixel is better. iPhone, Pixel. Like, you can just look at the definition of the leaves. Like, over sharpened just by a hair versus a good sharpen, or good sharpening, I should say. Went back to the selfie indoors, lower light, or indoor light, really. We got light coming in from the outside, no artificial light, sunlight from the outside. iPhone did a decent job, and the Pixel also did a decent job. iPhone, Pixel. So, because they say that, you know, it's supposed to do well with color, and I feel that the iPhone does do well with color. But this is where I started to get a little more concerned. There's the Pixel shot, because I always feel that the Pixel can take a better selfie than the iPhone. Jedi's details are a bit softened. She's got a little bit of a blowout on her helmet. This is the iPhone. There's the Pixel. She's a bit more defined. If you have any blowout, it's just on the brim, not the top. Sharper details on the Pixel selfie versus the iPhone. So between these two, this one just seems to be over contrasty, too softened, and this one seems to be closer to what I would appreciate in a photo that I was trying to take. I was seeing if I could get any of that classic, quote-unquote classic iPhone blur. And I wouldn't say I got any blur, but I just got a lack of definition. You can actually tell Diana has separate strands of hair in the Pixel shot versus the iPhone shot. Just kind of, they get lost over here. I went back to some pumpkins. iPhone, really orange. Pixel, definitely orange, but not overly orange. So it's the question, do you like orange or do you like orange? iPhone, orange or orange? Completely up to you. I will say that there was a little bit of a blowout on the McBoo over here, or one of the buckets that, no, I'm sorry, this was McBoo, or the other one was. I feel we got far more definition and a retaining of details on the Pixel shot compared to the iPhone shot. Just FYI, and the rest of it holds true as well. So I don't know. It's just I want this to be different, and it isn't. Went for a landscape shot. This is a 1X on the iPhone and the 1X on the Pixel. Because I felt that was a fair comparison to make between the two. So it's almost comic page looking on the iPhone. The cyan here in the sky on the iPhone versus the Pixel. But what really jumped out at me when I zoomed in on the clouds was that, again, you got some blowout in the clouds here on the iPhone versus the Pixel. iPhone, Pixel. Oh, wait. Sorry, this wasn't 1X. This was a 3X telephoto and a 2X telephoto. I don't think this is... Well, now I'm... Okay. I can't remember if it was or not, but the comparison was made one for one, meaning if I used telephoto on one, I used it on the other. And it's difficult to tell in this shot, in this landscape shot, because it looks like the mountain is slightly closer in the iPhone. But I like the detail more in the... I feel the details are less muddy on the Pixel. Yeah, it was a 3X versus a 2X. So anyway, I did my best to whip through this faster than I've done on other ones. Jedi, baby, I'm doing something right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that was Jedi's hand. She was trying to help. Unfortunately, we already went to your shot. Now we're back on mine. Thank you for paying attention. I tried to keep this as quick as I could and as detailed as I could. Sorry if I fudged any of my details. Again, I made each comparison 1-to-1, so even if I couldn't remember exactly which which shot I was taking at the time. They were always done fairly, they were done at the same time, and they were done with the same settings if those same settings provided on each particular device. I'm just saying, don't ignore the pixel at your own peril. If you say that you enjoy photos, you owe it to yourself to look beyond a single device, because there may be something better. Yeah, I would look at the metadata, but I can't do it as quickly as I could while I'm streaming. Alright. That's that. Yay! Got one in the can, and I got it under 20 minutes. Oh my god, that is so much better than a half hour, or that's so much better than an hour. Oh my god, so much better. Holy cow, so much better. I'll take a 20-minuter. I don't know if anybody else is going to care about it, but tonight's TLDR is now public. Pentaxenstein, I got this comment called out. Give me a second. Pentaxenstein had said, I'm going to make an assumption the Pixel works from a single image. Does it? Perhaps the iPhone is composed of multiple images. I do believe that's the way Smart HDR works. As with cameras that move the sensor to capture each color independently, any movement, the camera loses detail. See Pixel Shift on Pentax K1. I don't know. All I know is that the shots are not... Shots don't make me happy. Shots definitely don't make me happy. TLDR is live. Gonna take a look there before jumping into the second one. Just imagine making a 24-hour review of the iPhone and the Pixel. Oh my god. I could not do that. Well, I've still got one more TLDR in me for tonight. New TLDR is live, the one that was published tonight. I'm going to go in and jump into the comments. Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 unboxing. I have a feeling people don't care because it's an old device. But it was published 8 minutes ago, so feel free to jump over. I'm going to leap into comments here. Anthony K said, I'm literally looking into buying one of these. Not sure if I need it, but I want it. It's been good so far. Mostly. Glad Anthony commented. Kurt Grosser says, I laugh that you managed to get me to upgrade to the iPad Pro, then jump ship to the Tab. I don't regret my purchase for my use case, but iPad OS certainly has its own shortcomings. Stay tuned. And I know Kurt Grosser will. Liz comes in. I like where the pencil stylus is. The Apple Pencil is so easy to lose. That would be a challenge. Yay, and I believe, if I did it right, yes, it automatically tweeted. Yay! I set up the auto tweet tonight because I had it scheduled out. So let me get that accelerated everywhere. Get over to Facebook. Feel free to drop the comments. Oops, I gotta drag that image to the desktop because that's... Ah! Give me a moment. I'm gonna post it over on the... Not that a lot of people see it when you do it like this on Facebook, but I'm like, alright, well, I'm posting it. It might bring in like one more view. One more view counts to something. So feel free to watch that even at 2x. That is the unboxing. I've got like at least... There'll be 4 other Samsung Galaxy Tab videos. At least 4. Initial impressions. That goes public, I believe, tomorrow. And then things I like, things I hate. And then moving from the iPad Pro to the Samsung Galaxy Tab. So that's the one I haven't recorded yet. Maybe I'll be able to whip that out tomorrow. The next TLDR I would like to record tonight is the Windows 10 impressions. You live in Italy, have a lot of people here in Xiaomi. We can't get the Xiaomi stuff that I know of. Thank you, Zhangers. Appreciate it. Love the shirt. Top of the evening to you as well. And thank you for following Evil World 84. Welcome to the Play Shop. And, oh, Mine37388. Oh, I totally missed it. Thank you so much for the cheers. That must have been in the middle of the comparison video, the photo comparison video. I appreciate that. I really genuinely do. I hope everybody's Saturday is going well. Better than me having to re-record videos, I'm sure. You mean Windows 11? Oh, did I say Windows 10? My bad, Rickavelli. You're right, Windows 11. Because I got Windows 11 on this system. And I've been playing with it. TinkerToy701, thank you!
TinkerToy701 gifted Evil World 84 subscription. TinkerToy701 gifted a tier 1 sub to Evil World 84. They have given 32 gift subs in the channel.
Fantastic, thank you so much. So let me ask you, for what, I mean, the video that I just did, the photo, was it okay? Was it useful? Was it, I mean, I know it's as compact as I could possibly make it, but was it good? Was it good enough? If you were looking for that information, would it have served your purpose? Yeah? Okay, good. Yes, October 5th for Windows, but I'm recording ahead of time. It was a good one? Thank you. In my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is a great video, and then I put it out there, I'm like, I don't think anybody really cared. Everyone's all like, iPhone 13? Pfft, that's so last week. Well, you know me, late to the trends. I feel that, I felt after doing the first one, I'm like, it can't just be this. If I was looking at the 13 Pro Max, it certainly does help. I just feel like, dude, I still can't believe the camera output is just that. And evidence to support my claims. That's what I'm saying over and over and over again. Makes me excited for the Pixel 6. That's what I'm saying, TinkerToy. I may not be thrilled with every aspect of the Pixel 6. Still not sold on that nav bar, and really don't like the way that I don't like the Pixel launcher, and the way they handle third-party launcher support is kind of questionable, but the camera, oh my god. If you want to see some, I guarantee, if the Pixel 4 XL, in my humble opinion, could wipe the walls with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, can you imagine 2 gens later? I'm like, as long as they don't screw it up, as long as they don't make it unpixely. So yeah, you'll have to wait for the phone. But see, that's the thing, is I'm literally comparing a device 2 years ago, right? Not this cycle. Like even the Samsung was maybe not a year ago, but 9 months ago, and this is like the new one, right? So it's like, it's difficult to get contemporaries. But man, I'll be taking similar shots real soon with the iPhone 13 Pro. Apple touts best-in-class computational photography with our on-device ML, and it gets stomped by older phones. That's not good. That's what I'm saying. All I'm trying to do is say, look, dude, like, if you're just taking a photo, I'm like, it's a great photo, I'm like, but is it? It may be good on its own, but when it does it stand up? Does it compare favorably? In some cases, I feel sometimes it does. Can I ask if you can manually adjust the exposure on the screen? Does it get any better? Coda 120, the way that I try to approach these photo comparisons, because you can, the problem with doing that, you can, yes. Will it change something? Absolutely. But the problem with doing that is when you're doing a comparison, it's not a fair comparison. I prefer focusing on one particular part of the image and or pointing and shooting, because that's how most people do it. You can adjust exposure. That probably should go without saying. But even locking the exposure doesn't necessarily change the problem with the dark certainly being too dark, but the sharpness. Like everything is just over sharpened on the camera lenses, the 1X and the 3X. Everything's over sharpened. So yeah, you can always adjust the exposure. Always, always, always. But if you do, my feeling is that you're going to run into potentially different issues altogether. The thing is, the Pixel can adjust all that. iPhone doesn't allow you to. Well, you can adjust the exposure in the camera app. You can adjust that. That I know of, you can adjust it. Oh, I didn't even tell people the irony. The irony of that video that I was doing right there is my close-up shot, my close-up camera was taken on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But, you know, it is what it is. We've got a Mudhorn. We've got Mudhorn. Yay! Fix him, dude. Fix him, dude. Alright, hopefully this is not going to snap. I've had some other ones printed at this size that snapped. We've got a Mudhorn. We've got Mudhorn. There's a little bit of stringing. There's the Mudhorn. Very nice. Let's see how well it works. Do I have... Yep, I do. I'm going to try popping it into the pumpkin. Oops. You thought there was a software thing on the Pixel that allowed you to adjust highlights and shadows better? I want to say that did exist. I'm not sure if they got rid of it, though. It used to exist, but they've evolved the camera app a few different times. And it's possible it's still there. But I know I haven't played with it. Oh, come on. Sometimes getting these clips in is tricky. There we go. Alright. Testing the pumpkin. I jack the pumpkin test. Alright, fix him, dude. Ah, fix him, dude. Check it out, fix him, dude. We've got Mudhorn. Yeah. Look at that. Nice, huh? I should get the second one going, huh? Yeah, these little pumpkins are great. Trash on my floor, not so much. Have I looked at the rating? No, I ignored DxO Mark. Here's the camera test I trust most. My eyes. I don't need some benchmark. I don't need some random score. I don't need photos taken by another person. I just need to trust my eyes. So let's see here. I've got the Pixel here. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I guess you can. You can adjust exposure, contrast, brightness, etc. on the Pixel. You can. Okay. It's been so long, but I'm gonna try to blow out the exposure here and take a shot. Yeah, it definitely blows it out. Look, it's an iPhone photo. Too soon? Too soon? Here, are you just dragging yourself on an Android phone? Do you miss the fact that you don't have an iPhone 13 Pro Max? Here, just increase the brightness on your phone and take the picture. And voila! It's like you have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Yeah, I can't believe that no one else is saying this, man. You don't trust DxO Mark, they take money. Oh, okay. I don't want to accuse anybody of anything. Not into accusing, because I can't back that up. Alright, no new comments on tonight's TLDR. Watch out, Chris, the iPhone pitchforks come for me. Oh, they have. They did. When I posted the camera comparison video, or photos the other day on Twitter, they were going nuts. DxO Mark is paid for reviews. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, dude. You can't... I trust my eyes. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I like seeing, like, what other people are doing, and, like, okay, that gives me a good indication one way or another, but I'm not someone who trusts a lot of that stuff. I trust my own eyes. I trust my eyes. I trust my iPhone-laden eyes. These eyes that saw an iPhone far away. Apologies to Mandy Patinkin. I'm having more cereal. Taking a break. Cereal break. Probably because they're blanketed with mind control of how cool their camera is. But it breaks down under scrutiny. I don't understand. Like, even the Apple apologists, if they watched the video, how do you deny that? How? How do you not? How? I want the iPhone to do better. Yeah, I do. I got the device. Mmm. Not just Cinnamon Toast Crunch, chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like it when my image is blown out. Duh! At the end of the day, prefer to take pictures of micro 4/3. Yeah, evil word. Probably a good idea, but me, I like the camera I have on me. You only eat cereals on weekdays, not the weekends? What? Weekends is the best time to eat cereal. Retro Reboot says, Chris, there's no help for Apple fanboys. Well, I consider myself a fan of good implementation of technology. I'm a fan of that. I should have mentioned that I was taking the video, the close-up image was with the iPhone 13. But I'm sure that detail is going to get lost anyway. It's hard to make phones more innovative now these days. Oh, I disagree. I think it all comes down to software. It's all about software. Not just features, but the implementation. My concern are people who take things on blind faith. Thank you for following. Concise statement. I'm the opposite of you. I cannot make a concise statement. Oh man, after that amazing Bond film, there's no space in my brain for a tech-oriented live stream. Oh man, sorry. It's okay, I'm here every night at 6 p.m. You'd love to see me do a S7 Tab plus the iPhone? That wouldn't make much sense, Saldupop. I am doing a comparison between the iPad and the Tab. That's more a fair comparison. Retro Reboot, Windows 11 this Tuesday coming up. Yep. In fact, tonight's second TLDR recording is going to be me talking about Windows 11 and my thoughts. The name's Perillo. Chris Perillo. Love that cereal, love that cereal. I eat it all the time. Maybe not all the time, only on the weekends, but I love it very much. I have sugar coursing through my veins. I don't know where this is going. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Jesus, what the hell did they put in here? Thank you for following, Miss Chris Cross. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Chris Koss. Welcome to the Play Shop. Join us. I was eating cereal because on Saturday I ate fun cereal, or cereal in general. Sometimes it's not fun, sometimes it's boring cereal, but it's cereal nonetheless. And then I hang geek out, 3D print things. I just finished a Mudhorn. Also got a Vader pumpkin with the Imperial insignia on the other side. Tomorrow I'm going to be printing potentially the final pumpkin face that's going to go here, which is going to be the Mythosaur skull. Hopefully that'll turn out well. Kurt says not been terribly impressed with Windows 11. Upgraded XPS, but not my main desktop right away. Yeah, the more I think about it, I'm going to wait on my main desktop for Windows 11. I'm not in any rush for it. As much as, yes, it would be a nice upgrade, I'm fine with Windows 10 for a while. Until I know that OBS handles itself fine. You think the camera issues may actually be the software, but third-party app would take better pictures? Coda 120, that's possible, but here's the problem. Most people don't do that. In anything that I do, I try to skew towards the most people. And, the point-and-shoot people. Because, quite honestly, as much as I know I could use a different app on the Android device, I never do. I understand Halide is an excellent app on the iPhone. I just haven't used it. Not going to pay money for it, because, honestly, I won't use it that much. But I understand it's good. Potentially better than what Apple has. I don't know. Can't speak to it. Chocolate Toast Crack. It is. Just bought an Asus PC. Should get the Windows 11 upgrade. Possibly. It's going to really start shipping later this year. Or, sorry, early next year. The Chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch will bring out your inner show tunes. It will. It will. Chris is great. You'd encourage everyone to subscribe. TinkerToy71, I totally agree. You jumped on Windows 10, but had a markedly better experience at launch with it. Oh, interesting. Why couldn't you find the clip? It wouldn't clip it? That's weird. Okay. That was a good clip. I think I'm going to tweet it. There we go. Tweeted, theoretically. Oh, Sesam, how to make Android take photos like the iPhone. Oh, we're going there, aren't we? What's my opinion on virtual assistants? Star Trek fan, and I love Alexa. I'm not a fan. Yeah, it's a good question. I think I'll answer it in a TLDR, upcoming TLDR. Thank you. I'm not going to eat it right now, but I appreciate it. Yeah. You can put it in the bedroom. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to do a Windows 11 video now that I did a comparison blowing away the iPhone. You can high five it. Just you gotta be careful, hun. When I'm in the zone, if I can't pay attention to you, there's a reason. Just understand. Okay. All right. It's Tuscan Raider. Now, if I start talking to you, then it's okay. But if I'm not talking to you, that means I'm busy doing something. Gotcha. All right. Concise statement says, I don't know how much you would game these days, but did you ever get a chance to play Hades? I'm not really, I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer. I mean, I've played a few, and maybe it is entirely possible that I could get into it again on Twitch, but honestly, I like just hanging out. I'm not a gamer. Retro stuff, yeah, I like the retro stuff, but I'm not as much of a gamer. And I got the PC ready. I'm the PC that I'm using for the stream. But I'm not there. I'm just not there. Mystery Goats says, honestly, if virtual assistants worked like computer AI, Star Trek would be significantly better. Right now, they're more like voice-operated buttons. Yeah, Mystery Goat, I just find that I don't need them. Because inevitably, I have my phone on me. And I don't need another device hanging around just to have another device hanging around. Are there benefits? Sure. Everyone's got their favorite, but honestly, we've had it and no one ever used it. So I'm like, why is this even plugged in anymore? So we don't have one. At some point in the future, what I know I need to do is, with this PC, the one that I'm using to stream, is get all my retro stuff over and do retro gaming on the PC. That would be kind of fun. I'm not there yet. I know, it's like, Chris, why don't you get there? I'm like, I'm having fun doing other things right now. Don't wanna mess with anything. Retro games, simplicity games, programming at its finest. I totally agree. Mario's on Android. I know. Yeah, I've done like Tetris stuff on the on Twitch before. I mean, I've definitely get into the playing stuff, but honestly, I think I like on Twitch. I just like the just chatting a lot more than the gaming stuff. I know it's really weird for Twitch, but I just got to find a way to incorporate it in such a way that it's seamless for me and it's fun and it's engaging. Alexa, great hub for home automation. I'm not a home automation fan. And I suppose if you were, then I totally understand it. But honestly, I think Matter has been ratified, like the standard for home automation and smart home stuff. I've got a dumb home. We have a dumb home here. I don't want things interconnected. And if anything, I don't like the fact that it's one ecosystem or another. So Matter matters to me, and I'm just not heavily invested in anything there. Play music, check weather, maybe turn on some devices, not a lot else. That's the same. Like, we don't really listen to music on our phones, or we have external speakers. We can check the weather by doing this. You know, it's not. I don't know. It's not as critical, I guess, as it once might have been. It's a nice to have, but I guess I've never really figured out its place. Speaking of Windows 11, has it been received positively among PC gamers? I don't know. I'm more of a console person myself. If I play games at all, just haven't gotten there yet. I think that's probably going to be the impetus for me doing the gaming thing, is like when there's a new Star Wars game that I want to try, or you know, another game like Cuphead. Still looking forward to Cuphead 2. You're gonna like the streams are gonna be dominated when Cuphead is released, because I'm gonna play that all the way through. Kind of wish you won Perla popcorn when you landed on the target. Yeah, they're two different systems. You've used consoles more in total time for gaming. Much prefer PC. A lot of people do. I'm definitely not trying to take away from that. You read that Windows 11 may run faster than the 10. It does. Allegedly does, which is cool. Xbox is an overrated and overpriced desktop computer. I like the idea of it, though. I don't have the new one. I still have the Xbox One. I still have my Xbone. Most of the time my phone's turned off. Don't want people to bother you. Well, that's fair enough. Okay, so let's go ahead. Speaking of Windows and what have you. Let us move to the Windows 10. I did it again. Windows 11 video. Shall we play a video? You want complete independence from the internet in order to function? Yeah, good luck. I'm not an IoT guy. Oh, SSDs? Like, once you go SSD, you never go back. I think I only have one system in this house, because it still works. I think I still have one system in the house that still has a hard drive, because it's like a knockaround machine, the one that I don't use all that often. And I need it as a knockaround. I don't know if it can get Windows 11, but if it can, because I was able to push Windows 10 updates to it, it's slower because of the hard drive. But I have it as like a tester machine. I do also have my old Surface PC, like a Surface 3. I don't even know if it can support Windows 11. I don't even know. Need to check. Speaking of, we've got a couple of new comments on tonight's TLDR. Media Arts Official says, great unboxing. Between the Key says, it looks like a great Christmas gift from me to me. I say happy holidays. Scott Jeton, aka Vendetta, says, as one person who hasn't jumped into the tablet game, the Surface is the only one I've gave it thought to buy. Thanks for the much detailed review. Chris, if you like Windows, then the Surface would be fine. I'm not. I can't use the tablet if it was running Windows. Not because I can't run Windows, because I do. It's just for my specific need, it's a big deal. Scott Sullivan TV comes in and says, you keep responding to old mean comments I made as a teenager. Yeah, but Scott, I'm not going to say it's fun, but I was warning y'all about that years ago. I'm like, you got to be careful what you put on the internet, man. Got to be careful. All I'm just saying is I was right. All the more reason to say, you know what, that's not me anymore. At which point I say, congratulations, you actually grew. Oh, trust me, I know a lot of the people who used to watch me when they were teenagers. That much is very clear. Gonna start the stopwatch, because I got this in my head, and I need to record this so that we can move on with the show. This should only take 10 minutes. Gonna record about Windows 11. Windows 11. Here we go. Going to advice view. Let's do this. the Windows 11 machine here. Wish that. It's just a prop. Here, I need to keep power option. How do I keep the screen from falling asleep? Display options? Power. Screen sleep. Oh, of course, no results. Sleep. Change when the PC sleeps. Okay, here we go. Screen and sleep. On battery power, turn off my screen after 1 hour. Power mode is definitely best performance right now. I charged this before doing it. It's at 98%. I should be good. Right. Because I want this on. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, y'all ready for this? Here we go. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I started Locker Gnome back in 1996 because I was a Windows software enthusiast. I've always loved software, more so than the hardware. The hardware to me has always been something that delivers software and good software experiences. I was, at one point, addicted to software, injected into my veins. Always loved software. That's never really changed. And I've got a long history with Windows as well. It's been both good and bad to me. And I found myself using it more at certain points in my life than at other points in my life. But I've always loved the power of software, and that's exactly why I liked Windows back in the day, because that's where you could find most of the software on Windows. Well, here we are in the year 2021, and we're on the precipice of getting Windows 11 on our PCs. I'm using a PC right now, a PC, to stream this video live on Twitch. I'm there every evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Feel free to join the community next time, because we're geeking out about one thing or another. I love just chatting. That's what I'm doing right now. This PC that I'm using, an Intel Nook, is going to be getting Windows 11. Maybe not immediately, because I'm a little concerned about software compatibility. So the one thing that I'm waiting for in terms of Windows 11, though it's getting ready to roll out, is specifically knowing my use case is not going to break anything. So I'm going to be listening to other creators, people who use OBS and certain plugins for OBS to discover whether or not... Oh, yeah, look at that. Got a notification saying that a new video just went live in my channel. I turn on notifications for my own channel. I do, because I have to. Do you? You turned on notifications? You know, I want to make sure that the upgrade is going to work for me. And yes, I understand everything that Windows 11 is bringing with it, including potentially, I guess, a faster access to various pieces of software on the platform if Windows 11 works as it says it should. I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but I have had experience with Windows 11, the builds. To this point, I've got it running on an 11th gen Core i7 processor here, Intel, of course, on this laptop with Intel integrated and discrete graphics. And it's definitely running like a champ. You can't hear the fans going right now. That's because it's running lean, mean, clean, and cool, which is good. That's something that I would hope for in an operating system, specifically a Windows operating system. But I thought I would give you my thoughts on Windows 11, initial thoughts before the world sees it, before the world uses it. At some point in the near future, I'll talk about things that I love specifically, things that I hate, and potentially even doing a Windows 11 review if you're interested. But here are my thoughts. I am happy that it's finally happening. I mean, I've always looked forward to new operating system revisions. I get excited for new software. I know the rest of the industry is all like, yay, new hardware. I'm like, but what about the software? Does the software run better? Does it look better? Is it better? The software. Give me software. Give me. So I'm glad that Windows 11 is finally happening. I would be just as happy if they called it Windows 10 and made other iterative changes. And the thing that I think is most interesting for me about Windows 11 is not necessarily the speed improvements and certain changes that they've made, with the plumbing of Windows. But my belief is that Windows 11 is finally a step in the right direction for design. And I'm saying a step in the right direction because it's maybe, in my experience, getting close to the final build, 10% of the way that it needs to be. Like, it's there. Like, the foundations of a better design, like a comprehensive design, are there, but they've only done like 10% of what needs to be done. So, I don't want Microsoft to stop with this revision. I don't think they have. I don't think they will. We have every indication that this is just the beginning. The 10% feeling, when I say that, it's not that, hey, what you see, the outer coating of Windows, the shell, if you will, is definitely polished. It looks nice. It feels modern. But you don't have to dig very far to go one layer deep to see the cruft of legacy Windows. And there's a lot of that legacy Windows that they're dragging along into the future. And I just need them to drag faster. I need them to eliminate that at a much more rapid rate. And they haven't given us an indication as to how quickly they will eliminate these legacy components and these legacy visuals. Is this a priority? And I don't mean is Windows a priority, because obviously we know it is. But, they don't want to sacrifice compatibility. Totally understand that. But I'm begging them to just keep rapidly iterating. I understand Microsoft's going to take an approach now where they just release feature updates every year. That's the way they've decided to do it at this point. That's fine. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'll get into that point in a future video. But I want to see, over time, now that Windows 11 is dropping, a complete elimination of that which Windows used to be, because it's still there. I'm telling you, 10%. Like, oh, wow, okay, the Explorer is still kind of the Explorer. It looks different on top, but you go a little deeper and it's like, or just an app, even resizing certain apps. If you resize Edge, you get the white background, or you resize Explorer, you get the white background. If you resize, what was one of their newer apps that I tried, you get a black background instead of a white background. It's like, certain apps resize very well, like Calendar resizes very cleanly. There's no snags at all, and that's fine. But they've got to make that consistent. So I'm grateful that they've at least made the approach and made it very clear that they aim to do this. I'm going to hold them to that, because I'm looking to see Windows be better, not just seeing it look better, but to actually be better, to be more comprehensive with its design ethos. So, to me, Windows 11 is less about the speed and those improvements, to me, and it's more about the design. The design is the platform. Windows 11 is all about design. And so that's where I'm saying, like, it's good. It's good that they did what they did. But I want more. I need more. I need Windows to be more for me. I'm fighting for Windows to be more. I don't want to be the one to say, oh, why is this pixel out of place? Oh, why does this keep doing this? That's for Microsoft to figure out. And I can't wait for them to do all of it. Because when they do all of it, Windows is just going to shine. Right now, it's got a nice sheen. But Windows has an opportunity to shine. And this is something that genuinely gets me excited. Because you might remember, eons ago, I flipped after Vista was released. I'm like, I can't do this. And then Windows 8, I'm like, oh man. Windows 10 has been okay, but you still got to deal with the legacy stuff. I feel that Windows 11 deals with legacy differently. I feel that Windows 10 makes legacy components look better than Windows 11 does. So that's why I'm pushing for them to continue and to make Windows look amazing from top to bottom, from the things that you see all the time to the things that are normally buried, and just keep going. Keep going. You've got an amazing chance for momentum, because this kind of software change can really re-energize the entire PC experience, because design is now at the forefront. And this is the kind of polish, on the surface, polish that I would want in any operating system, but I needed to go all the way down. It's one of the reasons why I use Mac OS. It's my favorite desktop OS. I see no reason for me to change my mind on that front, but if Microsoft keeps doing this with Windows, it's a contender for me. But it won't be a contender until it's top to bottom. I still use Windows. Use it every single day. Using it right now to stream this live on Twitch, to record this video. I use Windows. But I'm not sure if it's going to be Windows 11 quite yet. So if you have any experience with Windows 11, your thoughts on the matter, certainly feel free to share them. If you are a creator like me, streamer, if you use OBS and you're having problems or you're not having problems, this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. Because I am anxious to upgrade this particular PC that I'm using right now to record this video. I'm anxious to upgrade it to Windows 11. Though I could also at the same time wait, because it's there, and I'm happy they're doing it, but I can't wait to see a finished product. It's finished in the sense that I would have no problem recommending that if you are a dyed-in-the-wool Windows user, if you love Windows for what it is today, and you just need to have the latest and greatest, I see no reason why you wouldn't want to upgrade to Windows 11 or buy a PC with Windows 11. I just happen to have a different set of criteria in terms of the design, the comprehensive design that I expect with an operating system that I use as a daily driver. But as I pointed out before, I use darn near everything. And that's that. There's that recording. Copying over. 2 TLDRs in one night. What? I don't want to use Linux. I don't even want to discuss the word Linux. The closest thing I'm getting to Linux is Android. That's it. That is it. Now I gotta go into the power. I gotta reset the power stuff. No. Where is it? Do I have to go into settings? Alright. See, that's the thing that sucks. Is like there's just some inconsistencies that are just like, wait, where, huh? Where's power? Dude, I just searched for it again. Power, sleep? Do I have to search for sleep? There we go. On battery power, turn it off in, say, 5 minutes. When plugged in on battery power, put my device to sleep. Let's say 5 minutes. When plugged in. Alright. There's that. Well, was that video okay? Was that good? Was that fair? Hopefully it was. Thank you for following Finkel Bonker Man. That's an interesting handle. Dude is way too skinny. Well, I appreciate you judging me from afar. Are you a judgy person? Do you love being judgmental? Is this what you just do for a living? You just walk around to random people on the internet and say things like that? Is that something that makes you feel better? Do you? Do you feel better about that? You feel pretty good about yourself right now? I'm just curious, like, judging people. Not knowing me. I don't even know you from Adam. I wouldn't take that kind of judgment from a friend. Why do you think I'm going to take it from a stranger? Like, I get it if you're uncomfortable with your body. Cool. That's you. Me, very comfortable with my body. Me, very comfortable with my health. So, you can go ahead and keep that opinion to yourself, but feel free to stay here, kind of get into the flow of things. You don't just jump in with something like that. It's not very kind. It's not very courteous. And that's definitely not the kind of people that we want around here in this community. Don't be concerned. Do not be concerned. You want it here? Hang on, just a second. I don't have the exact details. I'll give you a crash course. My blood work is fine. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's it. That's all you need to know. And you're not my doctor. You also need to know that. But thank you for being concerned. You need a better way of approaching people that you haven't met yet, though. I'm gonna give you that. Like, that's just not a good way to make a friend. Not a good way. Despite your concerns, not a good way. Now you just watch? Great! That's awesome! There's so many other things to talk about apart from my health. Which, again, is fine. I literally just had 2 bowls of chocolate toast crunch. So I guess maybe I'm not healthy. I don't eat 2 bowls of chocolate crunch cereal. Hey, Amish Ace. Shout out to Amish Ace. Worst thing about Windows 10 11 is that Microsoft keeps trying to Macify Windows too much in terms of the GUI, especially with 11. The Slackaholic, that doesn't bother me too much. It needs to be modern. It needs to be modernized. I have zero issue with the way Microsoft is approaching the design. I like the sheen. I just wish it was more consistent. And it isn't. It's not there yet. Dr. Flux, have ever read Dr. Greger, How Not to Die? I have not, D-Flux, but I'm a huge fan of Dr. Greger. His videos are like steeped in the most nutritional science facts that you could ever watch. Ever. Like, if you're not watching Greger on YouTube, you are missing out. He's not a great YouTuber, but he makes solid videos. But I'm a big fan of following his recommendations and the meta-analysis that are done that he highlights. That Chris is too old to play lead guitar? We're not going to find out, Liz. We are not going to find out. Does Stay Puft sponsor me? Yes. Given that they are a fictional company from Ghostbusters. Avaline, no worries. Sorry you couldn't make the yesterday stream. All good. Slackaholic says, as someone who started out with DOS 2.0, always had a pretty natural affinity to learning new operating systems and interfaces. You can easily say macOS, most ass backwards. No, I disagree. Slackaholic, and I grew up with DOS as well. But I find macOS to be polished. I find it to be just as intuitive, potentially even more intuitive compared to Windows. Windows has got a lot of cruft. A lot of cruft. You find it hilarious that Mac far better complements Office 365 notes, email, and reminders. Being able to search, does Windows 11 have that? I don't know. I'm not a big Office user. I don't. I'm not a big Office. Not really. And so, like, they announced the new version of Office. I'm like, Hey, Electronic Grandpa just tipped $5.12. Thank you so much. You know how long it's been since I got a tip? Do you know how long it's been? Like, eons. And by the way, thank you, the Slackaholic, for following just now. Very appreciated. Locker Gnome's older than Kurt. That is funny, dude. Use sticky notes a lot. Works great with Mac. See, I don't use sticky notes. I use real sticky notes, but nothing virtual. Apple cares far more about how things look rather than how they function. Well, I disagree with both of those things. I think they used to care about both. I don't know if they do anymore. They just keep adding feature on top of feature on top of feature.
Ace Liz cheered X100.
Thank you, Liz.
Here's a tip. Do not eat yellow snow.
Good tip. Amazing tip. I hate when people talk about my weight when I do videos. I suffer from eating disorders. Evil World 84. I'm sorry to hear that. Because I get people to do the same thing to me. For different reasons, potentially. Okay, serious now to use a VPN. You generally recommend them. Best VPN, I mean, there are a lot of VPNs that you should be using. More than anything, setting up secure DNS is a step in the right direction. I'm going to stop short from recommending VPNs because I know a lot of people do recommend VPNs, and they all have their strengths and drawbacks. My recommendation is that you look into one. That is my wholehearted recommendation. Yes. Do it. JBAM21, thank you for reading, and may the force be with you. You're hardly a nerd if you daily drive Mac. Okay, the Slackaholic, come on. Do we have to have this pedestrian conversation every day? Seriously? Like, what are you, in the 3rd grade? I'm serious. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. That's like, well, it's not a real computer if it doesn't run Photoshop. It's not a real pet if it doesn't bark. It's not real food if it's not meat. Come on. Come on. Let's elevate the conversation a bit. And just tell me you're joking. So I can lay down the sarcasm heavy, thick. Only good thing about Office 365 Family Account gives you 6 accounts, 1 terabyte of storage. Oh, that's pretty decent. At the chat, fair enough. OS 10, it's not OS 10, it's Mac OS. Just limits the machine's functionality. No, it doesn't. I disagree. Depends on what you want to do. There's something for everybody. But it's every bit a operating system as Windows. Every bit. Oh, we got a Vader time. Totally missed that. Let's not make Chris too snarky. It brings out the dark side. Thank you, Liz, for that. Yes, it's really, really... No, it doesn't, the Slackaholic. It does not. As someone who literally, every day, I use Windows. I use Mac OS. I use Android. I use iOS. Every damn day. In fact, in this view, what I'm using right now, I'm using, well, this is Windows with the stream, Android with this view, Android. So there's Android and Windows represented. I'm using a Mac to interact or to see what's going on. That's my control system. And then this view over here, that's an iPhone. That's the native iPhone camera. So I mean, I had the close-up view set earlier for the video that I was doing, and I can tilt this around. Although I could probably like rotate it elsewhere, or rotate it down like when I'm doing Lego builds. So I'm using literally everything every day. So I'm not saying that I have more experience than you. That could possibly not be the case. But given that I may very well have a better balanced experience, yeah. What switcher do I use? I don't really use a switcher. I managed to do it all. I try to minimize. I try to minimize the amount of technology that I rely on. Slackaholic says, not to mention supporting Apple is straight up supporting digital fascism. Well, I don't know if I go that far. It's a pretty bombastic statement that I hope you brought the receipts. Moreover, you know, every tech company out there has its benefits and drawbacks. And, you know, it's up to you to decide which one fits your purposes and needs. Stem to stern. See, that's why I have a problem with those kinds of statements. I really do, because it's nuanced. It's very nuanced. I'm not trying to defend Apple. I'm not trying to defend any company. I'm just saying, you know, it's not black and white. That's very black and white thinking. Very black and white. Things like proprietary cables, ports, limiting the hardware via software. Okay, dude, that Slackaholic, that's their business model. I wouldn't call that fascism. I wouldn't. Do I wish that they did things differently? Absolutely. But my issues are more with software quality control than they are about a lightning port. But it's less of an issue for me. Dingus FPS says it's just capitalism. That's right, and I'm a capitalist. And while we live in this world, money pays the bills. So it is what it is. Is it possible to run a nuclear power plant with 8 stream decks on top of each other? Possibly, but I wouldn't know. At least pretty much every other tech company is willing to abide by basic standards. Well, again, you're picking and choosing. Don't cherry pick. Don't do it. You're leaving a lot of holes in your argument, and I definitely don't want to get into it with you. Suffice it to say, it's not black and white. People don't need to agree on tech. It's constantly changing. It is. Y'all don't try to start a flame war with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it. Don't do it. So we got 2 TLDRs in the can tonight. Unbelievable. I feel very productive. I feel like I was very productive. Things like the dock connector, lightning port were inexcusable. Come on, dude. I wouldn't call you're only a Sith deals in absolutes. I'll say that. You're dealing in absolutes, dude. Aziz Red, sorry, I totally missed that. Now, again, I prefer USB-C at this point. It's USB-C all the way. Like most of my gadgets, can't say all, have USB-C for a good reason. It's interoperable. Like I don't want to get a new device if it doesn't have that. The only reason I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, or Lightning, I should say, is because of the iPhone 13 Pro Max and its use case being plugged into the PC that I'm using. Apple will adopt USB-C in a more... Well, they have already. USB-C's on the iPad Pro and Mini now. You know, the Mini, I gotta say, I saw the iPad Mini in the store the other day. I like its diminutive size. I don't like the platform. I don't like the refresh rate. So 60 frames per second is definitely not for me. But it's a pretty cool device. I don't know if I could find a place for it though. I mean, I found a place for the tab for sure to replace the iPad. Yeah, you can't defend the Lightning port anymore. I don't think I could. At one point, I thought it was great when micro USB was around, because micro USB is a bane of my existence. Yeah, I don't know why Apple had not moved to USB-C with current gen, apart from not wanting to abandon all the people who felt like, you know, all they had was Lightning adapters. I think they're slowly moving over to USB-C. Slowly. Too slow for my tastes, but again, different choices. It's good to have choice in the marketplace, the Slackaholic. It's good to have choice. Not your choice doesn't mean that it's not somebody else's. Should the US Navy upgrade its F-16 flight jets to take USB Type-C? I have no idea, dude. That's definitely over my head. EU might end up making Apple adopt USB-C everywhere. Concise statement, you know, here's how I feel about that. And by the way, Anonymous, thank you for the tip. And Java Baggins, thank you for following. I don't know if that change in the EU would force Apple to go USB-C where it didn't already have it. I think if anything, it would just move Apple further along to like a MagSafe, like going fully wireless. I think that's their ultimate goal. I think it would not be a great idea for Apple to move wireless yet. I mean, there are just too many circumstances where wireless charging just doesn't work. Certain scenarios, like the scenario where I've got the phone mounted as a device, I would probably at that point have to replace the iPhone with an Android device and use that as the webcam. Is the iPad 9th worthy in 2021? Which one's that one? I get tripped up on numbers. Do I have a favorite Star Wars Visions episode? Had a hard time with the first one. Really? The first one I thought was fantastic. There was... Which is my favorite? Toby I thought was good. There were a couple that dragged for me, but they were still good. Ninth Jedi I thought was pretty fun too. Ninth Jedi was good. Electronic Grandpa, I don't know. If that was you, again, I appreciate it. Yours did show up, though. And if it was you again, and I think it was, I don't know why it didn't trip that time, but thank you very much. Thank you, Electronic Grandpa. I appreciate it. I agree. It's very unlikely to see a standard USB-C on the iPhone. I mean, it depends on how close they are to the wireless stuff. And the problem is they go wireless on that. I feel they're going to drive a lot of people away because so many people still need to be tethered. So many people still need to be tethered. Me, I mean, like, I'm glad they went to USB-C on the iPad. I really am. That was long overdue. That was a boon. Because I'm pretty much, for a lot of the devices that I get and that I move around with and that I have to move around with, they're either wireless and I have that accommodated, or it's USB-C. What shows am I into on Apple TV Plus? So many. Foundation has been fun. Ted Lasso. Coda was a great movie. Mr. Corman, is that it? Mr. Corman's Life? What is the name of it with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? That one's okay. I'll watch it, but I'm not sure if I'd keep it. The Morning Show has also been kind of fun. Thank you, Electronic Grandpa, for another tip. Your Electronic Grandpa is like killing the tips here. Look at this. Killing it. Killing it. Look at that. Getting his name in there. His name's up in lights. Electronic Grandpa. Right there. Thank you so much for that. I got nothing printing right now because I guess I could print another generic piece, but yeah, I'll print another generic piece because the other one that I did didn't work very well.
Paceless cheered X100, Electronic Grandpa for the win.
Gotta get this going on. I printed one of these in the it didn't print very well. One of the ports in the pumpkin face got gummed up, so I can't actually use it, so I have to reprint it. That's okay. I mean, we got to melt down this filament anyway. Would I ever visit the Apple Park campus? I have. Well, not the new one. I don't think I'd be invited. But I tell you what, I got to do another video that I've been wanting to do, the Safari video. Safari is just, it's a mess. And John, you know it's a mess when John Gruber comes out and calls it a mess. He's always in Apple's corner, and the fact that he went out and did that... There's already ways to turn wired CarPlay into wireless. Oh, cool. We got lucky in the sense that the car that we got has a wireless charger and wireless Android Auto, which is awesome. I think wireless CarPlay works in the system as well, but we don't use CarPlay. Finkel Bonkerman asks, what's the safest browser to use? Safe is relative. I don't know how to answer that question. There are many ways that you could slice that. Brave is certainly going that direction, or at least it's attempting to. That's probably the biggest name in safest. But again, what is safe? It's relative. It just depends on which features you want, features you need, what you determine as safe. The safest web browser is the one you don't use. Seriously. Get offline. Don't ever get online. Then you're safe. That's the safest. Don't use one. Cleaning out the attic, found like 6 12-inch 1990s Palpatine figures. Made me think of the Pro Hype Train. Oh, yes!
Joshua _XP cheered X100. Would you ever visit or have visited Apple Park?
I think is that the spaceship one? I haven't done that one yet. I did go to years ago. I've been to the Apple campus a couple times. I have. That's always a fun trip. If only you go to the store on the campus. And I remember getting a kick out of that. I still have like 1 or 2 of those products. Like I have an Apple umbrella that opens, you know. But yeah, I don't really wear a lot of that merch or use a lot of that merch anymore. It's all Star Wars. The big circular complex looks sleek. It does. Are the printers loud? Not really. Oh, I sleep in the other room with it. Fine. You could probably sleep in the same room, yeah? It is possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's quiet. Or quiet enough. Quiet enough for me. Got this song in my head. Got it in my head. Give me a second. There you go. Got the face, not Face ID, but the Hello, Windows Hello. It sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. Oops. Got it. Oh, I see. Check something here. Hey D Randolph, just found out that you're not supposed to call them PowerPoint presentations anymore. They're called slide decks. When did that happen? I don't know. At some point over the last decade, I'm sure. I do my best never to worry about it. Oh, I wonder, is that... but I know what that is. What kind of Mac am I running? An ample one. A very ample Mac. You felt old yesterday when we watched the Lego building for an hour. Became a kid again. Thank you for that raid. Hey, no problem, Electronic Grandpa. That was AZ Pinoy, another member of the Locker Room team. I'm an adult fan of Lego, so. One of these big Lego sets are so expensive. Mystery Goat, they can be. I like the cheaper sets. I tend to go for the ones with the minifigures, though. Let me go zoom out a tiny bit. Can I check the 3D printer before the print gets deformed? A piece looks stuck. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I shouldn't. That's probably... I wonder if that's going to get messed up. I should not be doing this, but... I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to get to it. It'll probably get knocked out. Or knocked off. Give me a second. This is where I have to perform... Got it. Yeah, it looks like I salvaged it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Two sets you want, the 89 Batmobile and Batwing. They're both around 100. Just start saving your pennies, dude. Start saving your pennies, Mystery Goat. That's the way to do it. Find a way to make it happen. You will find a way. You must find a way. Still use MP3s because I can't tell the difference between MP3 and FLAC. Neither can I. I know some people, audiophiles for sure, but I am not an audiophile. Nor am I a videophile. Burp, burp, burp. Second. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. That's definitely... What the... Oh, I see. Thanks for the mud horn pumpkin face. Oh wait, nah, I better not. I don't... before he's got it available... I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna share it. I gotta check in on the new YouTube TLDR comments here. Comments. Got 3 new ones. Regi saying I'm currently using a Tab 6 Lite. It's a great tablet. Seems like it's become a good series. Thanks for the review of Samsung Tab. Waiting for Black Friday to buy it. Ooh, good idea. I couldn't wait. Tasteless Pastry says, I'm watching this in the exact same tablet and have the same keyboard case. I almost use it exclusively in DeX mode, except for games. Those get a little weird when forced to run in a windowed environment. All in all, love the device. With one minor annoyance for me, the trackpad on the keyboard is not sensitive at all. I feel I have to move my finger back and forth across the surface. I'm getting used to it. Good comments, one and all. And for whatever it's worth, that is, if you've not seen TLDR or played it in the background, there it is for one and all. Devon comes in and says boxes are the best. Agreed. D. Randolph says, the perk of being deaf in one ear is my MP3 files are half the size of everyone else. Really? I didn't know that. Well, I guess you're if you're mono. Of course, I mean, can I hear the difference? I'm sure. Like, if someone pointed out, oh, this sounded this way, this sounded that way, I'm like, oh, I guess so. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an audiophile. So, like, those improvements could happen, but it's not necessarily, one of those things that I trip for. So I know all of those improvements are important. I know they are. The audio improvements. It's just a lot of it's lost on me. A lot of it. Tomorrow night, because I'm all about putting things in the queue, tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing Windows 11 things I like, Windows 11 things that I don't like. So I'm going to be doing two things back to back. Anto Taurus Art says, hi Chris, just discovered your content after years of watching Locker Room when I was younger. One day I was like, wonder what happened to Chris Perlin. Now I'm here. Well, thank you, and welcome to the community. Or I should say welcome back, yeah? Just posted a new video on YouTube, TLDR. Record that live here every night. And hang out and chat, typically. Slackaholic says, it wasn't just a lack of format support with the iPad, that was really iTunes that made the experience horrible more than anything. Oh, Slackaholic, that you will not get in a disagreement with me on. I very much disliked iTunes. Very much. Like, very, 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 very much. Not a fan. Where? Hang on. Oh, Avaline French just commented. Oh, hang on. Thank you for the stretch. Totally missed that. Because I'm silly. It's going to rain here tomorrow. Winamp's still the best audio player. Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass. Avaline French says, this was so fascinating. Didn't even consider it any tab other than Apple before. Thanks, Chris. Glad it was helpful. Interesting. We're now, Liz, we are now into 2 years ago comments. 2 years ago. On YouTube. 2 years ago. We're backlogged that far. 2 years ago. Good posture check. Fair enough. Trying to decide between the Creality Ender 3, Voxelab, Akia, Aquila. I don't know. 3D printer. Comic Age clothing beyond me. I went Prusa, and I'm not turning back. That's I'm good. Why mess with perfection? Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, this is a solid pumpkin that I'm printing tonight. I was like, wait, I thought it had a symbol. No, I'm doing the symbol one tomorrow. Yes, someone may have sent a lot of Twitch invites to weird comments. Interesting, Pez Liz. Could it be that's why we got the flux? Both budget printers? Oh. Well, why not go with, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you get what you pay for. I guess Ender isn't, I mean, I'm not slandering or slagging any company that I haven't tried, but I'm just saying, like, I would rather pay for something that was going to work and work well than save money and then end up with problems. It's a matter, I mean, it's just a matter of perspective, you know? Not to say that when you spend money, you don't have problems, but I don't know, this has not been problematic for me. The Star Wars Halloween specials on Disney Plus. It is. Unfortunately, there's. I don't know if it's the little episodes. I'm not sure what happened to the little episodes. I'm not sure where they were or are. I was going to show Jedi, but I'll have to color up after the broadcast, which means we probably should be wrapping up. We found people who said they missed TLDR, invited them to join. Yes. The printer has been problematic, but the filament has been nothing short of perfection. It's true. Printed with my Jesse PLA, printed solid Jesse PLA, Brad's orange glitter, mouthful and a half. I need a macro for my mouth. That would be great. And again, I don't think I'll ever run out of pumpkin filament. Who do we have to raid tonight? Got a few different people. Suspicious Tumble. She might be able to use your attention. She's, although she's gaming tonight. Everyone's gaming. Everyone is gaming on Twitch except for me. I feel like I suck. Out of Body Music is singing. All right, we're gonna rate a singer. Out of Body Music. Tulum says, I think Enders are great if you want to tinker or just can't afford a more expensive machine. Prusa's just work and come with the backing of the company. It's a different approach, but any day of the week, give me something like a Prusa and I'd be happy. I'd want a Prusa. I don't like to tinker. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like plug and play, drag and drop, maybe a little bit of tinkering, but you know I'm good. Gonna go ahead and wrap up. I love you. What, honey? Okay, careful. Don't step on anything. Thank you. There are things here that definitely don't want you stepping on. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you always. See you here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to raid another singer, Out of Body Music. Haven't raided him in a while. I'll be back again, as I said, 6 p.m. tomorrow night. 2 Windows 11 videos. As I think through the things that I like, think through the things that I don't like about Windows 11. And hopefully, you know, you'll be here for those things. No more photo comparisons, at least at any point in the near future. That will get stacked out to go public at some point in the near future, I guess. Not immediately, because we've got the Windows stuff is going to roll out soon.
What's the Windows stuff?
Windows videos I did. Then we've got the Perla Raider emote. Thank you for staging that, Liz and Kurt. See everyone tomorrow.
At 6 p.m. Pacific.
Or somewhere thereabouts. Really appreciate it. All the talk that we had. You never really know what's going to happen, but that's part of the beauty of doing live streaming. Here we go. We're going to Tuscan raid Out of Body, Mr. Out of Body Music, or now Out of Body Music. He's singing, so be entertained. Give him a follow if you love entertainers on Twitch. Here we go. Tuscan raiding in 3, 2, 1. Easy. Okay, there we go. Got it.
Got it. Got it.